Alright, let's be real. Personal statements are tough. I mean, how do you tell your entire story in 500 words, or even worse, 250? How can you stand out when you know that there are thousands that are applying for the same exact spot as you are? You know, I used to think that I had nothing to say. I had a low GPA, I was failing classes, I had many rejection letters already. Then I read a book that kind of changed everything for me. This book said, "What separates you is you. If every applicant has a 3.5 and a 520 MCAT, how do schools choose? The person behind the numbers is what matters most." It was this book right here. Guide to the Medical School Interview, Dr. Ryan Gray. That's what made me realize the story that I was trying to hide was the exact story that was getting me in. Welcome back to Trey's Anatomy. I'm Trey Brown, a nursing student, former D1 athlete, and I'm on a mission to grow and help you do the same. In this video, I'll break down how to write a personal statement that is raw, real, and absolutely unforgettable. Even if your GPA is trash, your confidence shaky, and you've been rejected a million times before. And yes, I'll give you the same exact strategies as the ones that I used to get into nursing school myself. Today I'm giving you 5 powerful steps to write a personal statement that absolutely slaps, even if your stats don't. Make sure to stay tuned for the 6th bonus step at the end. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay, step 1. Be the flex, not the stat. Now, before I got in, I read this book here. That line I was telling you before, the one about the MCAT scores and how schools are going to have to decide who gets in if everybody has similar numbers, that's what stood out to me. It's the person behind the numbers. That's you. Your story, your perspective, your why. That's what matters. Your job is to make the reader feel something real. Your personal statement isn't about proving why you're worthy. It's about proving why you're different. Schools probably already know that you qualify. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to apply in the first place. But now they want to know why they should choose you over somebody else with the same numbers. That's where you let your humanity and your experience shine straight through. The more specific and honest you are, the more memorable you'll be. Step 2, own your ugly. Yes, you can talk about setbacks, your GPA, your mistakes, your detours, but every single negative that you put inside that essay, there has to be a stronger, way better positive that shows how you grew. For example, I failed calculus 2 times in college. I actually had my first full-blown panic attack during an exam. Then I retook it at Grossmont College, and I committed myself 1 hour a day to studying, and I only missed 1 question the entire course. That right there told whoever was reading a billion personal statements that day, hey, yeah, he struggled, but look at how he bounced back. That's real. That's human. Anyone can list obstacles. Anyone can complain. What matters is how you reframed them and how you overcame them. Owning your story doesn't mean that you hide the crappy stuff. It means that you used it as fuel. You need to show that you're not defined by your low points, but you're defined by how you responded. And that right there is what builds trust in the reader. And that trust is the one that's going to open a door. Step 3, start with a spark. Now this one is straight from one of my favorite books, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Principle 11, dramatize your ideas. Now, nobody wants to read a boring essay. Please, for the love of God, don't say that I want to be a nurse because I want to help people, or I want to be a doctor because I want to help people. Everybody says the same thing. Show us the fire. If your story is a fire, your writing is the match. Make it vivid. Use scenes. Show. Don't tell. You have to start your statement with something that somebody can see, hear, or feel. You know, the onomatopoeia? Here's a real example from my personal statement. The first time I heard a femur snap, it wasn't in a lecture or some scary YouTube video. It was in center field at a baseball game, and it changed my life. Boom. Real, memorable, raw. Make them feel it, see it, and live it with you. Again, admission committees, they read hundreds of personal statements a day. And the ones that stand out are the ones that feel like stories. Putting in vivid imagery, pacing, anything that makes it feel like a movie will make your essay way easier to remember. This step isn't about exaggerating, it's about engagement. Step 4, your mindset is your world. Your mentality matters just as much as the message itself. Now, I got this one from an old-timey book, The Magic of Thinking Big, David Schwartz. David Schwartz said, "When you believe, your mind finds ways to do. Believing something can be done paves the way for creative solutions." If you think your story doesn't matter, it won't. But if you believe that your story can change the way that somebody sees you, you're gonna write it like that. This isn't about making yourself look perfect, no. It's about making yourself look real, resilient, and ready. Remember what I said. Your mindset changes your message. If your story is coming from a place of confidence, hope, and intention, then your story is going to carry the same weight, that same energy. Writing with belief gives your story clarity and direction. It's not what you write, it's how you believe what you're writing that makes you powerful. It makes the person reading it believe your story too. Step number 5, lead with legacy. Now, this is where people have, you've finished your story, it's all done, you've written it all out, it looks beautiful. Most people will just end their story like that. Thanks for your time. No, not me. Absolutely not. Tell them why accepting you to their program isn't a win for you. It's a win for them. At the end of my personal statement, I wrote that it wasn't just my goal to graduate. It was to make sure that my entire cohort graduated with me. During college baseball, we trained with Navy SEALs. They taught me that teamwork and mindset win missions. That's what I bring. Your personal statement shouldn't just explain why you want to be there. It should explain to them why it'll make them better that you were there. When I applied, I made it very clear that I wasn't just there to graduate. I was there to lift every single person around me up with me. If the team doesn't succeed, nobody succeeds. That's why I wrote that it was my goal that the whole cohort graduated with me and not just me by myself. That's a call to action. That's leadership. Your call to action might not be the same as mine, but I want you to paint a picture to them how you are going to change the face of that school. You need to show them that adding you to the roster will make an impact. Make them believe in you as the change. Now, I told you guys we're going to have a bonus one. Book of the 5 Rings. Absolutely fire if you're a fighter. But the rules inside of here, the insight, that can be used anywhere. Let me hit you with a quote real quick. "You should not speak of strong and weak longswords. If you just wield the longsword in a strong spirit, your cutting will be coarse. And if you use the sword coarsely, you will have difficulty in winning." Now, I know I said earlier that you should dramatize your ideas, but you can't non-stop be intense. You're not going to David Goggins your way through an essay. When painting a picture, you mustn't be forceful, or none of the strokes will be etched with the essence of your purpose. They just have to be precise, focused, clear. Don't try to impress with big words or dramatic declarations. Focus on clarity, focus on structure, and focus on meaning. A clean, thoughtful statement will do far, far more than one that's overloaded with emotion or buzzwords. This is your longsword. Now wield it with intention. A powerful personal statement doesn't come from trying to impress someone. It comes from showing them what is within, who you really are. Now, if you need more help, you gotta check out Dr. Ryan Gray. He actually has a YouTube channel as well. His YouTube channel is Medical School HQ. It'll work for just about anything. He has a specific book on the personal statement, and he also has one on the medical school interviews. But all of that information is absolutely golden for pre-meds, pre-nursing, or people that are changing careers. And if this helped, please share it with someone that you care about. Go ahead and like, subscribe, let me know how you're doing. Don't forget, your personal statement is not a confession booth. It's your war cry. Have a good one. Love y'all.